I said 3, 2, and 1. Let's ride. Here we go. I said, hey y'all, it's a girl too. I said, hey y'all, it's a girl too. I said, hey y'all, it's a girl too. And I got another recipe for you. Ay. I said, hey y'all, it's a girl too. Ay. I said, hey y'all, it's a girl too. Hey guys, welcome to In My Bag. Yes. Now, before I get into today's tutorial, I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe. And not only do that, I'm gonna need y'all to tap that little notification bell, alright? With that being said, today we are making my so delicioso veatball marinara sauce. Ooh, woo. So let me start talking and let's get the walking so y'all can go get the shopping after watching. Alright? Let's get it.
So let's peep what I have inside my bag. I have some Cuban bread rolls. Some fresh parsley. Hey, groove it on down. Groove it on down. A regular schmegular onion. 1 medium-sized eggplant. Yeah. Go long, baby. Go long. Woo. Some swag sauce that's not ragu. You already know some cane wine with it sugar. Stop flaking on me. Red pepper chili. Gotta have that Italian seasoning on deck. My vegetable medley, all-purpose seasoning. I just don't feel like it. Minced garlic. Hit them with that flax meal. Gotta have that beef. Nutritional yeast. Some bread they crumbled up or whatever. Some oats, but make it old-fashioned. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Hey, tap, 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 tap. You already know what time it is. Gotta have your Portabello mushrooms. Some plant-based butter. And last but not least, some Follow Your Heart dairy-free cheese. Alright, y'all, let's get it cracking. So we're gonna start cutting this eggplant. Cut off that donk, cause that thing a little thick. Now we're just cutting down 2 of the sides because the skin on the sides are a little thick. And we're just going to set those aside and start slicing them into 1/2-inch pieces. Just like that. I stacked my money up. Now I can re-up. Alright, so now I am cutting it to turn them into cube-sized pieces. And putting it in my bowl. Set it off to the side. And it should look just like this. Alright, so now we're going to cut up this onion like we on somebody's dance floor. Okay. And we're only going to use 1/2. It doesn't have to be perfectly sliced or anything because it's going to be blended later. And it should look just like this. Now I'm taking some dairy-free cheese, slicing it up first, and then we're going to cut it into little squares. Just like that, a little something. Now I'm taking my parsley that I just rinsed off, patting it dry, and I'm going to use only about 1/4 to 1/2 a cup of this, and we're going to cut the stems off of it and set it to the side. Alright, so now I'm making a flax egg. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal and 6 tablespoons of water. And then you're going to stir until you say, burp! And set it to the side so it can thicken up. Moving on, I'm adding 1 inch of my garlic into some oil along with my onions. And we're going to start to saute these babies down with our Portabello mushrooms. I'm also chopping the Portabello mushrooms down a little bit as well. So now I'm adding in 1/2 tablespoon of my vegetable seasoning and 1 tablespoon of my Italian seasoning just to get some flavors up in there. Ooh, look at that, boy. So now I'm adding in a little olive oil into my pan before I throw in my eggplants like I'm throwing in a towel. And then after cooking it a little bit, I added a little water because the eggplant's kind of soaked up all the olive oil, but you don't want it to be super drenched either. Now I'm sprinkling in an inch of some garlic again, and a tablespoon of my vegetable seasoning, and a tablespoon of my Italian seasoning. And stir that thing up. Ooh, I could just end the recipe right here, y'all. Look at that. Alright, so next in our processor, we're going to add 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. And I'm just going to grind it down a little bit. It can still be kind of whole, but I just like to grind mine down a little smaller. Now we're going to dump our eggplant, like it's an ex-boyfriend, into the food processor. I'm doing mine in moderation because I don't have a big one. And you're just going to pulse it because you don't want to blend it too long to make it mushy. Now we're going to take our sauteed onions and mushrooms and dump it like an ex-girlfriend. I ain't forget about y'all, fellas. I ain't forget about y'all. And we're going to pulse it just like the eggplant. Again, you don't want to make it too mushy. And now I'm just taking my fresh parsley and grinding it down to make it smaller, to sprinkle it in our mixture. Alright, so we're going to preheat our oven to 375. And then after combining our mushrooms and eggplant, we're going to add in 2 cups of our old-fashioned oats, 2.5 cups of our breadcrumbs. Now I'm just throwing in our fresh parsley. Ooh, look at this trio, baby. Now that our flax egg got a little jiggle to its wiggle, we're going to add it in and start combining all of our ingredients. So now I'm adding in a tablespoon and a half of nutritional yeast, half a tablespoon of red pepper chili flakes, about half a teaspoon of garlic. Bloop. Now you're going to mix it around to get them flavors all up and through there, all up and through there. Hey. Okay, Veatballs, now let's get information. Alright, so now we're just going to form our Veatballs. You're going to take a portion, push down in the middle and add in your dairy-free cheese. And, just roll it around. Woo! Look at that thing. And again, just continue making your Veatballs. Pat it like it's an itchy scalp. And finish it off. This made about a total of 20 large meatballs. Of course, the smaller you make them, the more you'll get. But I like mine big. Oh. Hey, get it too. Get it too. Ooh, so these Veatballs are in formation, ready to go into the oven for about 25 minutes. Alright, so while our Veatballs are turning up in Club 375, I am adding about a tablespoon and a half of our garlic and some olive oil, because we about to crank up this swag sauce that's not ragu. Now I'm adding in half a tablespoon of my vegetable seasoning and a tablespoon of my Italian seasoning, half a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, and a tablespoon of cane wine with it, sugar. Then you're gonna mix it up like a Just For Me perm kit. Make it rain with some of the cheese you cut up earlier. And finally, add in a few pinches of some red pepper chili flakes for that extra kick. And mix it up again. Now that our Veatballs are done clubbing in the oven, you see what I did there? We're gonna add it to our marinara sauce. Me, however, I'm not adding all my meatballs in because I'm going to freeze the remainder for another day. Ooh, woo! Look at them things now. And finally, I'm just making a garlic herb butter sauce that I am going to spread on my Cuban bread roll. So I'm just taking it, cutting it down the middle, and I'm going to brush it on both sides. Look at the flick of the wrist. So now that both sides are brushed, this is just going to go in the oven for about 5 minutes just to get toasty. And that's it.
Hey y'all, so I'm about to, give this thing a try. And I paired it with an arugula salad tossed with some grape tomatoes, onions, and I made a homemade balsamic vinaigrette dressing with it. Of course, the most important part is the sub itself. You know, you could tell Subway, Quiznos, Firehouse, whoever, they not touching me with this. All right. Vegetable healing, vegetable, healing. So good, good vegetable healing. Y'all, this thing, I know I always say my meals will change your life, but I'm so serious, it will change your life. Vegetable healing. That's it. So, if you enjoyed my video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Click on that notification bell because there's gonna be plenty more bomb recipes to come, y'all. I'm telling you, this is a perfect quick dinner you can make. It's super simple, y'all, and so flavorful. You are going to love it. If you give this recipe a try, make sure to tag me on my Facebook at InMyBagish or on Instagram at InMyBag_ish. Okay? Cause y'all missing out if y'all don't. Your taste buds gonna be doing the you know. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. Until next time, deuces.